Okay, dokie. Okay. What exactly did the Lord mean when He said, "Give and it shall be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over"? Okay, what part of that causes God to give? And to get to the answer, you have to consider the story of the woman who gave the 2 mites, or 2 pennies. I guess in our culture you would say $2, because it'd be about the same as what the lady gave in her day. But I know when I get down to my last $2, it's pretty precious, you know. So what does the Lord mean by that? I mean, what was He saying? What was He trying to relay? Because I know that it's not an investment process. Even though a lot of people say seed faith giving, I talk to people all the time that try to say that God says if you invest in Him, that He'll give back to you. And I don't want to say that's not totally true, but it's how that you do the investing. This is the secret right here that everybody's trying to find. God blesses the intent of your heart. Doesn't matter if you give 1,000, doesn't matter if you give 2, doesn't matter if you give 1,000,000. God blesses the intent of your heart that you're doing it with. Now, if a man gives 1,000,000 and the Lord gives him 1,000,000 back, you know, the man that's received 1,000,000 doesn't really have, you know, that much of a blessing, depending on where his heart was. But if the Lord gives somebody 1,000 who has given 2, then that person that gave the 2 gave with a really intention of blessing somebody, really wanting to help, doing all they can do, almost in tears, wishing they could do more, giving all that they've had, you know. And that's the part that God blesses. God blesses the intent of your heart. The intent of your heart drives you to become faithful. Not just give this week, but give next week, the week after that, and the following week, and the next week, and the next week, and the next week. And it's not, you know, it's not if well, I just got a good intention today, and tomorrow, who knows, I might have one. No, when you love, you get dedicated, you know. That's what the Lord's saying. Excuse me. So the seed that you're planting is the intent of your heart. It's the action of your heart. Better way to say it. The seed that you plant is the action of the heart. Okay? I'm thinking of the fig tree that Jesus cursed, and He came up with this fig tree wanting something to eat. And a fig tree grows up plentiful all of the time. And God has made it to do such a thing, you know. But when we stop doing that thing which God has made us to do, then we bring the curse onto ourselves. And the Lord, He cursed that tree, said, "You shall have no fruit from here ever after." And the fruit dried up from the tree dried up from its roots, the Bible said. And just like men that don't give, they get dried up from their roots too, you know. It's an automatic thing. And God created us to be lovers and givers and helpers and that type of thing. And He blesses us because of it. Psalms 101, God blesses us because of it. Not 101, but Psalms 1, chapter 1, verse 1. Okay? And you have to go look that up. because I'm not going to talk about it right now. The little widow woman that made the cake for Elijah. Elisha. Yeah. The prophet. Okay. Look how she gave. She says, I'm going to go make, when the prophet asked her, she says, I'm going to go make my cakes. Well, I just got just enough food for me and my son. And she said, I'm going to make it, we're going to eat it, and we're going to die. And what if she had given that to the prophet? Because the prophet said, make mine first. Do you said, but make mine first. She had to have a lot of compassion to follow that prophet into that. You know? She had to care about the prophet. My last act, you know what? She must have been thinking like this. My last act on this earth, I am going to bless a man of God. So that when I get to heaven, the Lord's going to look at me and say, Ben, you got an extra big castle coming because your last act was to bless my servant. So, but what the Lord did instead was surprise everybody. The Bible says her barrel of meal never ran out, nor her cruse of oil failed until the day that the rain came on the earth again. That's a nice present from God, isn't it? Would you like to be blessed like that? I kind of like to have everything I got and let's not never run out. You know, I always have $10 in my billfold, and every time I open my wallet, I got $10 still in there. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be really nice. And that'd take you a long ways. You know, that'd take you quite a long ways. And you know, and that's what God does. He blesses the intent of our heart. He blesses what compassion drives us to do. You know, I have a special need. For those of you who are going to watch this, my friend Logan he's 9 years old. He has cancer in his leg, and I want you folks to pray for him. Pray intently. Pray with the earnest of your heart, and go before God and have compassion and pray for this young man that he don't lose his leg. Okay. All right. God bless you. Thank you for joining me again today. Always love to come here, and seems to be getting more exciting lessons all the time. And join me again tomorrow. We'll have another great subject right here on Crossing the Middle Ministry. God bless.